Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David Roy, and I have the pleasure to have today over the phone a very, very talented artist. His name is Marcus Christ, and he's a phenomenal artist. Very lucky to have him today over the phone. We're going to play his new single called Downtown right after this interview. But without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Marcus Christ. How are you, Marcus, today?
What's going on? Thank you. Thank you for having me, man. I'm happy to be on iHeart. It's been a while, and I'm just happy to be able to share some new music with y'all,
It is a pleasure having you on the phone, and we really appreciate that you're taking some time with us today. So for the people who don't have the pleasure of knowing you, would you be so kind to tell us a little bit where you're from and what brought you to music in the first place?
So yeah, I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland, but my mom's side of the family is from DC. My dad's side of the family is from California. So I've lived in Compton for like 10 years, since 2006, and I even went to high school in Compton, or at Lusinger, living in Compton. And now I do different types of music. I do rap, I do pop, I do R&B, I do stand up. So I'm really just trying to kind of be as versatile as possible on the mic, and I also do production. So I make some beats, like the song I think we're gonna play today, Downtown. I made that beat. So I do some production, but not as much as I used to.
Well, we definitely appreciate that. And now, would you be so kind to tell me who are your influences? And the reason why I'm asking is because your music is quite rich, in terms of influences, and there's a lot of different vibes from different genres. I hear some electro, I hear some urban, I hear some hip-hop music also. It's kind of I would say, a holy triangle of many, many different things. So would you be so kind to tell me who kind of influenced you?
My earliest influences, and I've said it a few times in other interviews, but I know you guys haven't heard it, but it was Bobby McFerrin with the do 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 do.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, that was like the one tune that would always come to my mind. I was really big into Bob Marley, and then I became a big Prince fan, and Purple Rain came on to movies on Betamax video cassettes. I used to have Purple Rain. I used to watch that every day, like in preschool. I used to watch Purple Rain, and then I started watching Michael Jackson. And then after Michael Jackson, I started getting more into pop, more so like singing, like Michael Bolton, even some older artists that people don't listen to as much, like John Lennon and stuff like that. But this is back in the 80s. I was just a kid, because I'm 35 now. So as time went on, I started getting into hip hop. Like my first hip hop song that I really liked and knew all the words to was Tag Team, Whoop, There It Is. That was the first rap song I knew all the words to. And then, I listened to hip hop and, other songs. I never really was deep into music until Tupac passed away. When Tupac passed away, then I started listening to his music. Because I didn't really listen to him at first. I heard a couple of his songs, and when he passed away and they started playing I Ain't Mad At You on the radio, that's when I really got into Tupac. Then Biggie passed away, I got into Biggie, and I jumped from No Limit to Cash Money to Aftermath and all over the place after that.
Well, we hope that, unfortunately it's when people pass away that we listen to the stuff, it's something for visual artists, when they die, that their paintings, finally goes up,
Yes, yeah, I heard.
It's the sad story of that. Now, when, about your music, about Downtown, let's talk about this wonderful track. I must say that I really like also A Hate on Me that is available on your great website, which is marcuschrist.com. What is your process when you write or when you start to create a new single? What is the process that you have?
Usually it does usually start with listening to the production, listening to the person's beat or whatever. But for Downtown, it was kind of different. It was kind of like I just woke up that day and I was like, you know what? Haven't made a beat in a while. Haven't made a song in a while. I was like, I'm gonna do it all in one day. So what I did was I made the beat. Once I listened to the beat, I wrote the lyrics, and I came to Compton Courthouse. I was gonna go to the library and finish up some work, and I was sitting out there waiting for the library to open. I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm just gonna do it here. So I pulled out my phone, recorded it on my phone, and then I mixed it on my laptop all outside in front of Compton Courthouse, and I sent it off to get mastered. And I made the video with the original sounding recording. And then when the video came out, the next day I got my master back, and then it's for sale now.
Well, we're happy to hear that, and I love, you know, when you have a very spontaneous music and you want to put together. So what is the story of Downtown? Is there a particular story behind that new single of yours?
The only story I could really put is like just an experience and what I heard, like when I was in jail, you know, for something I didn't do. I heard this guy telling me, you know, downtown, there's where it's at, and you can go downtown. He kept telling me all about downtown. I'm like, all right, well, so I seen downtown, and it wasn't, you know, to me, spectacular, but, you know, I was like, I'll go check it out. And when I went down there, I said, you know, there's a lot of good people down there, you know what I mean? And there's good people that are kind of out on their luck down there, you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's jobs, you know, but these people aren't able to get these jobs because they don't have a ID or they don't have a mailing address, they don't have a place they can stay, or they come to work, they don't have clothes for the interview, they were, you know, tattered or whatever. And these are good people, and these people probably have degrees. They probably did their job a long time ago, and they had somebody very powerful hating on them, or they weren't able to get past the mental disorder. And these aren't really violent or bad people. These are people just in a bad situation. And when I went downtown, I saw a lot of that. So, I mean, I might not put it directly in my song, but if you listen to it, you can kind of hear where I'm going with it. And I even do make a reference to jail, where I talk about saying, you know, blood in, blood out, you know, niggas getting named out, whatever, you know what I mean? So it was just to let people know, you know, that, you know, from my experiences in jail, that's how downtown came to be. You know what I mean? It's not all about jail, and it's not all about, you know, people getting raped in jail or anything like that. It's more about, the area, the people in that area, what they're going to want to hear and what they respect and what they call music.
Well, we love definitely that you're bringing, you know, this good energy and these good vibes, you know, and bringing kind of the sun where there is the darkness. That's really what we really appreciate. And also, now, what is next for you? Before we start to say goodbye to each other, what is your next gig, your next music video? Because I see that you love videos, that you love to bring your music to other people with some visuals. What is next for you?
Well, I think we do have a track that we haven't made a video for. And I can't remember the name of it. And we got so many tracks that aren't really done yet. But it's one song that's already out. We just don't have a video for it. There's a few songs that we could make videos for. But really, you know, the videos, I like the videos. I just don't want to do them every day or every week because then people get used to them when they say, oh, this is nothing. So I'd rather wait, you know, maybe a video a month, something like that, maybe a schedule along those lines. But I did do about 4 or 5 videos last month just to get caught up because, you know, I was in jail for a minute and then I took a little break just to kind of get my head clear. So when everything was kind of, you know, when all the dust settled, I was like, let me just get back to work. So I made some videos for some songs that already came out. I recorded a couple of songs. So just to get back in the game because I was telling this other guy, you know, if you go into the music game and you got 5 hits in December, by January, they're going to ask you what hits you have this year. You know what I mean? It's only been 1 month, but to them it's been a year. It's already been a quarter. You know, they're in first quarter, you're in fourth quarter, thinking about your fourth quarter sales. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They're thinking about first quarter sales. So you gotta always remember that. Every year, you gotta have another hit. You're just as good as your last hit in the music industry.
You know what I appreciate is that you have this really clear understanding of what the music business is, and that is, I think, reflected in your wonderful music. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Cerrero. I had the pleasure to have today on iHeart Radio the very talented Marcus Christ. Let me spell it for you: Marcus, Christ, like the Christ, CHRIST.com. He has a wonderful website, marcuschrist.com, and we're going to play right now the song Downtown. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
I've been downtown, southeast, Compton, the Long Beach, PG and DC, CPT and Cali. Still the same in this Saudi Arabia, on my best behavior, the Liverpool play. I've been downtown, southeast, Compton, the Long Beach, PG and DC, CPT and Cali. Still the same in this Saudi Arabia, on my best behavior, the Liverpool slayer. The game is deep, niggas understood sleep. They late for class and that's their ass. I hope they pass, cause that's never last. Cash and you gonna need some cash if you spend it on those rags. I bet you mad if you saved your chick, you could've bought a pad. Now your girl is pissed, giving you some lip, making sure that it's something you never will forget. I Compton to Long Beach, PG and DC, CPT and Cali. Still the same in this Saudi Arabia. On my best behavior, the Liverpool state. I sing blood in, blood out. Niggas getting turned out. Booty hole burned out. And nigga you never heard about. That could be in the dirty south. Go ahead and run your mouth. My soldiers love to take them out. Let them dry, then hang them out. I air them out. When the rivers up, I'm hot like the sun, stinging like a flame. I am the sun, I don't do it the same. I am the one, niggas glad I came. Rest in peace, big purpose, I ain't pressure on these things. I've been downtown, Southeast, Compton, to Long Beach, PG and DC, CPT and Cali. Still the same in this Saudi Arabia. On my best behavior, the Liverpool slate. I've been downtown, Southeast, Compton, to Long Beach, PG and DC, CPT and Cali. Still the same in this Saudi Arabia. On my best behavior, the Liverpool slate.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the